Okay, this is our hedger. It was made in Italy. This is the brand name right there, FAMA. We bought it through Bartlett Company in Canada. It's pretty easy to install. You have to start by taking the weights off of your tractor, and there's a plate that goes in that spot, and you just attach it there. When you're not using the hedger, there's a stand that it comes on wheels, so it's pretty easy to push around and use it when you need it. And then it does have a top bar if you wanted to hedge the top of your trees. The sickle bar moves in and out, up and down, and then you can tilt it to whatever way that you want it, and we'll show you how that's done. It shows just how the hedger, like the sickle bar, moves in and out depending on the angle that you want to hedge your trees. It goes up and down depending on the height of your trees, and in and out based on your row width. And it's all controlled by the joystick inside the tractor cab, and that you can be changing that as you're hedging. The point of hedging are to reduce labor, allow for more mechanization, and have better exposure and an increase in fruit quality. When it comes to reducing labor, I've noticed a huge difference in pruning. In the winter, when we prune, we're just taking out large limbs, so anything 3/4 of an inch or more. I've definitely noticed less time that we have to spend on pruning. It can reduce your hand thinning. Harvest is easier because you're keeping a narrower tree canopy and everything's just kind of at reach, and you're trying to create a more standard tree space, so everything's more uniform throughout your orchard. So now then, if you're adding anything mechanical, like a picking machine, platform machines, it makes everything easier. And then because you're keeping those trees more exposed, you're increasing the light, and so of course then you're going to have better colored fruit, which leads to a higher quality apple in the end. A lot of times the width of your tree that you're making is really dependent on you. A lot of times the top is around 8 to 12 inches from the center of the trunk out, and then the bottom is more around 15 to 20 inches. Times when you want to hedge can be winter. In Wisconsin, the best time is at the end of winter, when you've kind of gotten past a lot of some deep freezes, or the next time is at 10 to 12 leaves. And at this time, you're kind of just tipping the ends of the branches, and so you're when you're tipping, promote fruit buds to be setting for the next year closer into your tree trunk, which is a great thing, especially for your tip bearer trees such as Fuji's or Cortlands. And then you can also hedge at pink, post-harvest hedging. And when you do the post-harvest hedging, the best time to do it as soon as you're done getting the apples off the trees and there's still leaves on the trees, you can hedge. And that way when you go into winter, you can kind of more see what you need to do for pruning and clean things up. And you can also hedge at pre-harvest. A good time to start hedging the trees as far as the age of the tree goes is 4th leaf, is what a lot of people do. This is my 2nd year with hedging. I've been very happy with it. I definitely have noticed the decrease in labor costs and an increase in the quality of my apples. It just has made everything easier. When you think about spraying and you're creating that more uniform tree, you're going to get better spray coverage.